And then wet socks or magic socks.
Mm-hmm.
Magic socks is a hydrotherapy technique that we learn in naturopathic medical school that it's very, very, very old. In adults take it. I actually really love wet socks for myself. It works so, so, so well. For kids, I like to call it magic socks because they're like, wet socks? What are you talking about?
So
but so magic socks, actually Gage has wet socks on, or magic socks on right now. Yeah. And today he asked for it.
Did he?
Yes, he was like, can I do magic socks tonight? I think because we call them magic socks, that's why he wants to do it.
Yeah.
But basically what you do is you take cold, wet little ankle socks or just fine, whatever, just little cotton socks.
Okay.
And you wring them out, but you want them pretty wet, not dripping, but also not like only damp.
Do you put them in, some people put them in the freezer, or
you can, but a kid will not be soaked on that. Yeah, it's a little overkill. So you just get them cold and wet, and then you put them on their feet, and then you put dry wool socks on right on top. And then you send them to bed in their normal PJs. So he has like zip up flannel PJs, and he has little magic socks on underneath. So you send them, this is something you do right before bed, and it helps to stimulate the vitality of the patient or the kid. So it will cause a blood pumping action to dry the socks. They're not going to stay cold for very long. They're going to get warm.
So
immediately.
cold vasoconstricts. Whenever you're cold,
yes,
blood leaves.
The blood is leaving.
So the idea is that with this child's feet, blood is going to leave. But then there's something called the Hunter's reaction, is when
it's to come back.
The blood comes back. So it's kind of like a way of like
it's flushing
pumping blood away. And especially too, I've always heard too that your feet are the opposite of your head. So then there's something, a direct
and
correlation.
if you have congestion,
yeah, I've heard that.
Doing wet socks will actually really, really help you, especially with sleep, because it's so hard to sleep when you're congested. It will help drain. It's just try it. It's amazing. Try it as an adult. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. But also, what was I going to say? It might induce a fever-like action in the child. So just if that happens, just know that that's a thing that happens. It will be a very low fever. But it's good, too, because it's raising the core body temperature, and it's stimulating. It's an immune stimulant kind of action that happens, and that's also very safe.